life experiences. There might be things that they feel shifting in their body. It can just send people into what I call the gap, or that state where, you know, you're in rest and digest, and you're able to, you know, your body is able to truly rest and heal. And then if I'm, you know, sometimes I'm bringing in, and the gong can be quite intense, and it can feel quite intense. I won't play it too loudly here because it'll drown me out. But that sound and vibration can like clear energy. It can lift what can feel like heavy energy, and you bring in the gong, and it can lift that energy out. As an example for there, and so in the group meditations we might also use the drum, and in the cases of the drums are really great for many things. Of course, they're, you know, used through time, through all the time, and you might say indigenous culture specifically, but they can also, when we're working with, you know, in training the brain, so especially at the beginning of a sound bath, where you can just sort of, you know, you can sort of get it into like a 5 hertz, which is a theta brainwave state. So you're just really working with the body, with the mind, so that you can help the body and the mind come into a state of rest, and then also to work with the energy in the field and in the body. So that gives you a little bit of an example of some of the tools that I use in group sound events, and in even one-to-ones. I can pull those in to the one-to-ones as well. And I have a number of different types of chimes. And so, for example, this one, this is again the acutonic system. So chimes, tuning forks, gongs based on the frequencies of the planets. So this particular one is the sun and Sedna. So combined together, one of the qualities that is assigned to them, I guess, or felt from them, is miracles, for example. So if we're working with somebody where, you know, we're working in a case where, you know, I'm working with the energy of the room, and that feels, you know, I'm called to bring that in, I might bring in something like that, especially after working with the gong, the intensity of the gong, for example. So there's a whole bunch of different chimes, and again, they all have meanings, the same as the tuning forks that I used to. And that's